Folks, good morning. Welcome on back here to end this week, this Friday, April 26th. There we go, losing track of my weekdays at least, or at least days of the month. Great to have all of our students and members alike. We'll get the webcam up for Grant, Michael, have Leda, Kathleen. I had John just before. I had Alex, I had Dave. I had all of our students just joining us here. Great to see you back. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. But folks, we should be good to go. So without further ado, tell you what, finally, we had a decent pre-market trade here across our plate this morning, the BDRX, right? So hey, let me know if you could all hear me. Should be good to go across the board, though, right? Lori, good morning. Michael, Wendy, good from her. Perfect. All right. So, actually, hey, folks, as I go through this BDRX trade, I want to hear from you. What are you up to for the weekend? For Alex, for Dave, for Grant, for all of our students here. Let me know what you're up to. Would love to hear from you. It's hopefully nice out where you live. Obviously, we're at the end of the month of April, heading into May. Flowers have bloomed, and hopefully, all right by you out there. And we'll take a look at this BDRX trade first, though. So, the news came out at 8:30. I know Rich was all over this. I was a little away from my desk at first, stepped back in right around 8:45 and walked pretty much right into this trade BDRX. So BDRX trading higher after the company entered an exclusive license agreement. I popped that up on the top right inside our trading room with Rapamycin Holdings. I don't know the name of the company, for the rights of E-Rapa, I guess, for the rights of one of their products, drugs, whatever it might be. Led to a big reaction though, right? Hell of a pop basically from like 80 cents, but really your best move was seen off of 122, 125 as it ended up just breaking above resistance. I'll even show a little level 4 on that, but we'll do more of that actually in our class today. We got the phase 2 stock course continuing and finishing on up actually here this afternoon and morning, might I say. So, it's really off of 125, 122 right here. Lots of big buying came in, then from there led to the pop. So again, we'll talk more about that in our actual classes, but led to about a 50-cent push, 45, 50-cent push up towards 170. Right now, there seemed to have been about an order sitting out there, about 27, 29,000. Right now, though, I see one up top even high, even larger, right? 46, 47,000 shares at 174. So you know what? I'm going to put a line at 174 just for myself and for you likely as well. Just put a line on your platform. But that was actually the very top as well. I thought the top was right at 170 on the chart. Goes to show 174 exactly there. But yeah, BDRX, right? Hard for us to not put this on our watch list at least here to begin. All right, let me ask us here really quick. Fox Business, CNBC, Bloomberg. We talked about all this in phase one. You think that they're focused on BDRX today? You think that they were talking about this on Fox Business, CNBC? No. Obviously, that's what we're scanning for here. What are they talking about on Fox Business, CNBC today? Popping up on their radars today. Popped up on our watch list as well, but that's the stock I was going to jump to next. We're still in earnings season, right? So we had, what was it, Tesla, we had Meta, and what else came out yesterday? What else was from yesterday? There were two, I think. Two big ones, I think, right? If not, maybe more, but we had Microsoft from Dave. Yep. Up 3.8%. Hell of a pop. A little more expensive compared to what we normally focus on. You could say the same on Google, but at least Google's at least still between 1 to 200. Yeah, and probably the option calls are going to be a little bit cheaper on this one, I feel. So I'll add Google to our watch list. It's up actually a lot more percentage wise. You know what? I'll get the Benzinga Pro out as well and just give you a couple little headlines on Google. Obviously, with earnings, you expect that they beat their estimates. They ended up beating the revenue estimates. But my belief, and I haven't read anything yet, I haven't seen anything yet, not looking. My belief, because we talked about this in class, is that they could have raised guidance. They could have issued guidance, raised guidance. Actually, I lied. Okay. I did remember one tidbit last night. I think they issued a 20-cent dividend, right? I remember that. That's the only thing I remember. So they I think they issued a 20-cent dividend, right? But let's see, did they end up issuing guidance, raising guidance for that matter? Just taking a quick peek myself. It's so tough. You have all these damn headlines just between all these firms and Kramer yapping, and then so I can't really even tell. Obviously, their EPS beat, sales beat. Don't need to know it. Just it's for the curious minds. Obviously, the 20-cent dividend was good enough news either way. Bunch of price targets here: Barclays, Citigroup, Mizuho, and etc. So, yeah, obviously, we're going to put Google on our watch list here, right, with the BDRX. Then Microsoft, not as much, just because it's a little further out from our price range. Obviously, like with NVIDIA, we'll focus on that at times just because even that has its own ETF, and that's actually a lot more volatile, I feel, of a trade. But Intel, actually, there was another one as well, not on the gainers list, but on the losers list, actually. They could have been talking about Intel as well, down over 8%. I had this on our pre market watch list also, in hopes of at least a short. If not in pre market, then, it's what I always tell you folks here. It's the CTU watch list, not the CTU you must trade this stock now list. So when I put Google on our watch list, when I put Intel on our watch list as well, it was with the intent of let's set our levels up going forward. Just gonna bring you aware to these trades, and it's for you to see, okay, where are the iceberg levels going forward. Intel, there is a chance for this to drop in pre-market. It tried, it was a little weak. It might make a bigger move later on if it could snap under 32 bucks as support though. All right, so hey, we got 3 trades on our watch list here to begin, and one on top actually, as we'll start from the gainers list as well. Snapchat. I just dropped my pen. One sec. All right, so BDRX on the gainers list, number 1, up 120%. TVG, and we'll go through it. We'll run into Snapchat though as we go through that one. Will definitely be on our list as well. TVGN though, talk about just what happens after the 8 o'clock move. This was on our pre-market list too. Not really much of a trend going into 8 o'clock. That's the gripe I had on it, but it was up a lot. There was a chance for the higher high, of course. Well, when 8 o'clock hits, you have these crazy, wicks and spikes. You don't really focus on that, to be transparent with you. A lot of that is dark pool prints and late prints from earlier in the morning. But what happened was the stock simply failed to make a higher high. It failed to break above resistance, maybe even here from 159, 160 ish. Didn't even sniff it here after 8 o'clock and just kept dropping. So I don't really have too much business with this trade at this point. The TVGN, I'll come back to it if you really want me to. But yeah, for right now, we'll just pass. Same with FRGT under the VWAP right now. This one was actually looking all right going into 8 a.m. because it was starting to make that pop, that push upward, just failed to hold resistance into support. I mean, it tried maybe off of 120-ish, 128, 127, but all right. Oh, didn't mean to skip over Snap there. BOF. This was actually one from yesterday we can poke at briefly. I guess it's trying to move back on up as well. Yeah, it was a choppy little move there off the gap up that we had. So I wasn't too impressed with it even yesterday. We had a big spread for the price. Probably going to get a lot of that for a Friday. BDRX, we were pretty fortunate to walk into because there really wasn't a whole lot out there after 8 o'clock, unfortunately. So Snapchat coming off earnings as well. I think what was the thing with TikTok? Yeah, that was the whole thing with TikTok from last week, right? Where they were talking about banning TikTok services, products in the US, obviously taking a huge hit to one of their main competitors and possibly regaining a small amount of market share back. That's what we were trading from last week, the rumor of that at least. Well, the news came out at least overnight after hours yesterday. Not that, but earnings. So their earnings beat, their sales beat. That's actually somewhat surprising to myself because normally I've considered Snapchat a garbage company like for a long time now. So it's actually finally they get a winning quarter here, better than expected. Q1 issued Q2 guidance. Whoa, all right, about that. So led to a larger reaction, likely off of the guidance. That's what I was kind of thinking was the case there on Google. But yeah, Snapchat as well. Put that back on our watch list here too. All right, now we'll keep going through all like the low float crap, all the garbage out there. SLCA, how about this? Actually, I'll check the news out on this last one here, but we're not going to trade this because I think, let's see, it's earnings related. Okay, so it's not just this, it's earnings related too. But I think, yep, they entered into a definitive agreement to be acquired. It's a buyout. So typically with a buyout, and that's really all you get. I mean, it's a mix of earnings plus, but I wouldn't be too jumpy towards this trade. There's no movement on this stock for us. It's going to be a total waste of your time. It's going to be a total waste of my time. And IVF from earlier this week, what was it on Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe Monday, Tuesday even had popped. I don't really have a big interest in that either. Call me a Debbie Downer today, folks. It's a Friday. We already have a great watch list to begin, though. We have Google, Intel, Snap, all name brand companies, and that BDRX. So now we do have to be a little bit picky and choosy. So, XPEV, Chinese EV company, gapped up overnight. I thought there was a case for this to make a better move. I might be lured into this trade later on, but I'm not as jumpy to put it back on our list now. Maybe if this can make a pop after 9:45 in the morning, proves itself to us right now, then maybe otherwise. But let's see if there's anything else looking sharper on the way up, looking good for all of us here in the chat board. Let me know as well if anything I missed. EOS is garbage. Keep going. Let's hop over to the loser side for right now. Air, also garbage, right? Stock from Tuesday this week or Wednesday this week rather ended up making a big pop back then, gapped up into Thursday. You knew it was going to drop, so obviously now at this point we're done with this trade. Same with PCSA. Stock ended up making a good pop in the morning yesterday in pre-market, a little bit afterwards as well, but it tanked. Right. So I think that's pretty much all I got here. T-Doc, the only thing there I was going to check out, down 12 or down 5%, $12 so stock and shortable. I'll check it out at least once the market opens. I want to see the order book fill in a lot more for this trade at least. Roku down 3%, not really a whole lot, but likely coming off earnings of its own as well. All right, I need your help. Grant, Kathleen, Bill, Laureen, Joyce. Great to see all of us here in chat today. Let me know what you're up to for the weekend. What you got? Alex is going rucking, meaning like a nice run with his I think big heavy backpack, right? He's doing a nice healthy cardio run there for him, and going to the casino after hitting the casino. Love it. Don't miss class. I appreciate that, Grant. Yes, we'll post the link for class coming up. Bill says rare weather event in Denver. I can't read today. He says 36 hours of rain starting at midnight tonight. He says he likes it. Bill's going to be doing his rain dance out there later. What else we got, folks? Anything else doing for the weekend? Joyce says cleaning up at vacation. Okay, well, Joyce finishing up there at least. Hope you had fun, Joyce, and head back home at least. Safe travels. And Laureen says barbecue for our foster daughter on Sunday. Supposed to get a record high of 80 degrees. Well, wishing you great weather and hope you have a great time there, Laureen. Hopefully cooking up some good brisket. Barbara says rainy and cool in Utah, weeding after it rains. You got to get it done at some point, right? And I feel Dave says a garage sale. Those are always interesting. Hopefully some goodies out there for you, Dave. Oh, are you running the garage sale, Dave, or are you going to a garage sale? There's a big difference there, right? So running one, there's a lot of maintenance behind it. Hopefully it goes smooth for you. All right. So, folks, I think that's pretty much all I got. I checked all the chat, I think, here. I don't think I missed anyone, right? If I did, my apologies. I don't think I missed anyone there. But let me just check Benzinga before we wrap up, before we finish, see if there's anything else looking good. Alex asks, what am I doing? I'm going to be hanging out with a few friends on Saturday, then Sunday, probably playing some pickleball. A little pickleball action on Sunday. Friday nights, we like to keep it kind of chill. So let's just take a look here. If anything, Holo, HOLO, up a little bit. LICN, that's probably garbage. So we'll take a look at Holo. I don't think I added that to our watch list. And you know what? It was a mover from yesterday. It is up another 11% this morning. It's trying even now. All right, you got me. I'll add Holo for now. All right, Barbara saying go Utes. There you go. A little Manitoba action from Dave K, one of our new trial members reigning in Manitoba, Canada. There we go. All right, so folks, hey, we are going to finish up for the time being. Want to make sure that all of you and myself have enough time to prep up our levels, get ready for the market open here. So with that said, hey, folks, enjoy the weekend ahead. If you're not sticking with us throughout the afternoon, if you're with us, though, all throughout the day, we have class phase 2 continuing and finishing up. We'll be talking a lot more about just strategy as a whole, studying and planning ahead. We're going to continue our discussion with setting stops. I know a few of us were asking about more information in regards to that from our class yesterday. So definitely looking forward to talking more about that as well this morning. But folks, hey, if you're on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc., a couple things. I always like to post my email here at the end of these streams when I have the chance, josh@ctutrading.com. Any questions that you got for myself here, feel more than free to shoot me over a quick email. Probably jump back on the email machine Sunday, get back to you from there. Otherwise, though, hey, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon, at Cyber Trading You if you are new to our streams or social media platforms altogether. Otherwise, if you are not new, if you have been here before, hey, if you are looking to continue joining along, scan that QR code on the top left of the stream. If you're fancy with your phone, fancy with your camera, take a week-long trial inside our live trading room, see myself, my colleague Rich, and when he comes back on Monday, you got Fausto out today, but the man himself will be back all next week for you, at least inside our live trading room.